What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you round 1 game 1 of the Big Blade Balance Tournament. This one is fought between King of Fakes and GGParker. Of course, it's fought in Monster GS, as are all Blade Balance tournaments in round 1. So, we are looking at it from GGParker's perspective. GGParker has picked Nervii and King of Fakes has picked Rome. Very tough pick for King of Fakes. Or sorry, very strong pick from King of Fakes, the most powerful faction in the game, picked in round 1, which means he doesn't have access to Rome anymore in this tournament. He's brought a total, GGParker's brought a total of 4 Levy Freemen, and he's brought a mixture of Oathsworn and Celtic Warrior, mixture of Oathsworn and Fierce Swords. So 3 Oathsworn, 4 Fierce Swords, 7 total infantry, and 4 Spearmen. Brought a total of 4 Mighty Horse and a couple of Mercenary Germanic Scout Riders with a solitary Light Horse. The only problem that I find with this army is this Light Horse. I would much rather another Germanic Scout Rider. Maybe even disregard another Germanic Scout Rider completely and instead bring some more Oathsworn. An extra Oathsworn would be very crucial, but I suspect he doesn't have enough money for that, obviously. So, King of Fakes, on the other hand, has brought a total of 4 Sakai Equites, which are decent cavalry. 15 bonus versus large, good attack everywhere else. We have 3 auxiliary Syrian archers, which I quite like this choice against Nervii. As long as he uses his cavalry effectively to pin down the enemy cavalry, the Syrian archers should do very well against the fierce swords. But that's not all, of course. Rome does have 4 Principes, yeah, and 4 Avocadi cohort as a second line behind them, and a total of 4 Vigiles. So it is looking super hard for GGParker to win this with Nervii. He's going to have to do some intense micromanagement, I guess. Even then, he has to take the engagement very smartly, I think, in order for him to win. Excuse me. Just eating some cereal. Don't judge me. Very hungry. Just got back from work. And since I'm leaving back home for, about 10 days, I have to at least make a lot of videos so that I can post them up while I'm away. Hopefully that'll be done. So, yeah. 4 Sake Equities. They're moving up in... Oh, it looks like King of Fakes wants to take the engagement sort of with this little bit of woods, little small patch of woods covering his main infantry. The Fierce Swords rely on their 37 charge bonus and Frenzy to really make the most of their to make the most damage, deal the highest amount of damage. Of course, this also means that this forest over here would mean that the Germanic Scout Riders, if they move in, will get sort of slight protection from the Syrian archers. Let's go ahead and fast forward while both these guys are forming up. It'll be interesting to see how the Light Horse does. Should definitely not be used this way. Should be used as an extreme flanking force, akin to a Germanic Scout Rider, but obviously better in terms of killing off enemy Syrian archers. But yeah, cannot be used. I don't think it should be used frontally, except if he keeps it right here, and then uses it in conjunction with the Fierce Sword charge, so knocks down some units with the Light Horse, and then charges in with the frenzied up Fierce Swords. That'll kill off some units very, very quickly. But yeah, looks like the Sake Equites are trying to charge into the Mighty Horse. Not sure why the Levy Freemen haven't been brought into support quickly enough. The Vigiles, on the other hand, for King of Fakes is much closer. The Light Horse actually getting a flank charge onto Sake Equites, but the Vigiles are going to blunt that charge and kill off a lot of the Light Horse pretty quickly. Mighty Horse themselves are not the strongest, not the tankiest unit. Good aggressiveness, but not good at holding off. Ooh, he should have rear charged. Okay, he's waiting for the right moment. Now it's not the right moment though. He should instead rear charge like this. That would remove this Vigiles and deal a lot of morale damage to the Sake Equites who don't have great morale. Mighty Horse losing this battle, but Levy Freeman coming into support with that precursor javelin got 15 kills, mostly on Vigiles, I would suspect. Light Horse lost a lot of men to Vigiles so far, and the Syrian archers are going to pummel them. Look at how quickly they're dropping now. That's a waste of 450 talents right there. The Vigiles here attacked in the rear by some of the Mighty Horse, and but the Sake Equity is doing pretty poorly. not getting many kills. The mainline engagement is where it's at. When some of the Syrian archers are fighting, he should pull back with this Roman army, and he should pull back. Well, I don't know if he should pull back because these Germanic scout riders are threatening. General and bodyguard moving in should pop rally pretty soon. A timely rally would be very, very crucial now because these Sake equities are in red morale. Let's see if he does it. No, he's just using it. I guess keeping the general there for his inspire ability would be good enough. So from shaken, they're back to steady. Not really sure if that's because of the general. The Fierce Sword's about to charge in, but not with Frenzy. You need Frenzy for the Fierce Swords to really deal a lot of damage. And this Fierce Sword kind of blunted its own charge with the Levy Freeman. Fierce Sword here is going to make mincemeat of this Vigiles with their charge. And then the Oathsworn are going to come in and get very favorable engagements against the Avocardi. So very, very interesting. The Germanic Scout Riders here pouring in, catching some of the Syrian archers. One of them got a clean charge on the Syrian archers, but the other one has gotten caught by the Sake Equites. Here used Raise Banner and Rally. The general did, I mean. The general now caught though by some of the Mighty Horse. Sake Equites are coming into support, but the Vigiles are losing. The Principe is going to obviously destroy the Levy Freeman, but the fact that they're still in formation attack means they're not going to kill them off as quickly as they should. Fierce Swords now losing because they didn't pop Frenzy. They need to pop Frenzy. That's why these units are such a one-trick pony kind of. Levy Freeman being pulled back. Instead, the Fierce Sword should have pulled back and then gotten a consecutive charge. That would have been very interesting to see. Oathsworn here, this sort of piling up is not the way you want to use Barbarian Rush, especially since there are massive gaps here that the Oathsworn general can just pile into. And especially this Fierce Sword now, it's like utilizing the space. For example, using this Fierce Sword, he killed off the Vigiles, and now he's got some really advantageous positions that he could have used with these two Oathsworns. I mean, come on, that's a massive opportunity that's gone to waste. This Oathsworn general has gotten a sort of decent charge on the Principe / Avocardi, but in engagements like this is where Roman infantry is going to shine. The Principe is now just going to hold off, and then all you need is Avocardis to come pouring in and come in as a support unit, and they'll just tank out because they don't need good charges. They have shit charge. They don't need charge bonus to do the damage for them. What they need is just getting regular engagements. They have excellent melee attack, excellent weapon damage, and great tankiness for them to withstand those sort of engagements. So here you can see this Principe is losing, but the Avocardi behind it is going to win. And meanwhile, the Syrian archers with let's see what kind of damage. They don't have a heavy shot on, I think. They're just using regular shot. 31 and 4, yeah. They're just using regular shot, but they are pouring in onto the enemy general. So the Oathsworn aren't very good against enemy skirmishers. So this Oathsworn here going to charge in. They're already tired. Now they're using Headhunt. I guess he's been running them all throughout the battlefield so far. Syrian archers are probably going to destroy this general, which is going to be terrible for the Nervii. So yeah, if he utilized this space with his general and then made moved in there, or he's using his Mighty Horse very effectively now, catching some of the Syrian archers, which is good. But if his general was more menacing by utilizing some of the extra space that King of Fakes provided him, I think it would have gone much easier for GGParker's general, and he could have made much better use of an Oathsworn. This Fierce Sword now using Frenzy doesn't really help now. Its main impact is in the charge bonus. So you can see this Fierce Sword has not really done very well. This Fierce Sword though has done very well by killing off an enemy Vigiles, and now using Frenzy to get a rear charge on the Avocardi cohort. They've gotten 111 kills, always very trusty units. And it looks like the Mighty Horse are dying there, and the general hasn't really gotten... he's lost quite a few men, but losing the general isn't really the worst thing for... it's bad, but it's not the worst for the Romans. They can still survive. And now this Oathsworn, they're not going to survive a rear charge from Oathsworn though, but the Oathsworn is taking lots of damage from the Syrian archers. They're about to get single experience chevrons. That's a lot of damage dealt by the Syrian archers. Excuse me again. Wow, force concentration used, but didn't use Unbreakable, I guess. So the Sake Equites just broke that Fierce Sword, and the general is losing, and he's wavering too. Holy shit, how's he wavering? Now he's using Unbreakable, which is smart enough, because he's going to ensure that his general stays in the battle until the second phase of Headhunt, and once Headhunt breaks, I would assume he's gone. But I'm assuming it's because of army losses, yeah. The Romans just running rampant all throughout the field. using Nervii, you absolutely need to make sure that the Fierce Swords get as many extremely proper frenzy charges on the Roman units if you want to win. And yeah, it was always an uphill battle for GGParker, and unfortunately, it was a bit too uphill for his Nervii units I don't know, to win this engagement. Let's take some screenshots, get some close-up action. Let me try and see. Ooh, this is a nice one. That's a nice one right here. So yeah, standard victory for the Romans, but that means that let's see, that means King of Fix has used the most important faction, most powerful faction. So yeah, whether it was a good idea using it in round one remains to be seen. But what we can say is that he's definitely progressing to round two. So well played to King of Fakes. Better luck next time to GGParker. Hope you guys enjoyed this replay and stay tuned for more. Peace.